नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि व बाद। अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। रब्बना ज़िदना इल्मा। Alhamdulillah. Let's start with our Mulha lesson. Inshallah, we will be doing our next bab that is about Nakira and Marifa. Inshallah. So let's begin. First, I'm going to read the poem, Inshallah. So, and then we will start with our the bab that we are going to learn today, inshallah. So let's start with the reading first. Bismillah. أقول من بعد افتتاح القول بحمد ذي الطول شديد الهول فافضل السلام على النبي سيد الأنام وآل الأطهار خير آلي فافهم كلامي واستمع مقالي يا سائلي عن الكلام المنتزم حدا ونوع وإلى كم ينقسم اسمع هديت الرشد ما أقول فافهمه فهم من له معقول حد الكلام ما أفاد المستمع نو سعى زيد وأمر متبع ونو الذي عليه يبنى اسم وفعل ثم حرف معنى. Okay, inshallah, I hope that now the Arabic text is that we have already learned must be very clear to you, and you will be understanding the text that what Imam Al Hariri is telling us about these rules, these Bab al Kalam, Bab Ism, and Bab Fil. So inshallah, it will be easy to learn. Let's continue. أحد الكلام ما أفاد المستمع دوس زيد وأمر متبع ونوع الذي عليه يبنى اسم وفعل ثم حرف معنى والاسم ما يدخل من وإلى أو كان مجرورا بحتى وعلى مثاله زيد وخيل وغنم وذا وأنت والذي ومن وكان والفعل ما يدخل قد والسين عليه مثل بان أو يبين ولاحقته تاء من يحدث كقولهم في ليس لست أنفس أو كان أمرا ذا اشتقاق نحو قل ومثله ادخل وانبسط واشرب وكل. The next line is about باب حرف. والحرف ما ليست له اللامة فقس على قول تكن اللامة مثاله حتى وألا ولا وسم وهل وبل ولو ولم ولما. And from today's topic, that is Bab Nakira and Marfa, that we are going to inshallah learn. باب نكرة ومعرفة والاسم دربان وضرب النكرة والآخر معرفة المشتهرة فكل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه منكر يا رجل له غلام وكتاب وطبق فقولهم رب غلام لي أبق وما أدى ذلك فهو معرفة لا يمتري فيه الصحيح المعرفة مثاله الدار وزيد وأنا وذا وتلك والذي وذو الغنى وآلة التعريف ألف من يرد تعريف قبض مبهم قال القبض وقال قوم إنها اللام فقط إذ ألف الفصل متى تدرج سقط. الحمد لله. all the previous topics that we have covered so far, Alhamdulillah, I hope that the Arabic text is very much familiar to all of you now. And inshallah, in this way, we are going to complete our mulha and we will be familiar with all the grammar rules and inshallah with this Arabic text as well. So this way, uh, it will be very easy for us to refer more Arabic, and it will also create confidence and it will develop confidence in us so that we can learn more and more Arabic grammar books in Arabic itself. So, inshallah, with this, we are going to start with our study of this beautiful poem, Mulha. Today's topic is about the ism and its type regarding with respect to Marifa and Nakira. And we have already done this topic in detail when we were doing a study of Nahu and basic Nahu, and we have already done its type. But inshallah, with this, because these are the basics that we must be learning uh, about Arabic grammar. So Imam al-Hariri has started with the very basic topics of like the kalima and the ism and the fail and then harf. And now we are going to learn about the types of ism. And we already know that there are two types of ism. And those who don't know, they can also see the detailed lecture on this Marifa and Nakira in our playlist. And there is a separate topic discuss about it. So you can also refer to that session as well. So one way to know about Ism, Nakira, and Marifa is to know about their definitions, obviously. But the other way is to know what is Marifa because it is quite limited. And inshallah, we will see what are those types. And we have already learned about those who are following my channel. They already know that we have covered this topic about types of Marifa. So because it is quite limited, it is something that is specific. It is like knowing the types of marifa, and then whatever everything else is nakira. So inshallah, we will go with Imam Hariri, and we will see what are the alamat of ism marifa and nakira. Because the best thing is to know what is marifa, and the rest is nakira. Let's start, inshallah. And what is the first line is saying? Uh, let's see. Okay. والاسم درباني وضرب النكرة والآخر المعرفة المشتهرة والاسم درباني. Okay, so this is from Darbani is from Darb and Darb means no or you can say that type and it means what are the type. Well, is for Darbani. Darbani, this is Musanna of Darb that means no and it means there are two types of causes. So Darbani is the Musanna noun and it means two types of ism. For Darbun Nakira, the first type is Nakira والآخر معرفة والآخر معرفة and the second one is معرفة المشتهرة and مشتهرة what does مشتهرة means مشتهرة means it is from اشتهر يشتهر الاشتهار so, mushtahir, or most of the Urdu speaking also know about mashhoor. So it is means well known. So this is well known. It is just to complete this word mushtahira is just to complete the bait. It is used here, but what Imam Hariri want to tell us is that there are two types of isim. First one is nakira, and the second one is marifa. All right. So, فكل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه مذكر يا رجل. Okay, so ما رب here ما رب is from the harf of jar and we already know about the harf of jar. What are the harf of jar? These are the huruf jar. Ba, ta, kaf, lam, waw. منذ مثقلة ربها شامل أدا في على حتى إلى. So you can see here rubba is a harf of jar and it may be maybe or it can mean very rarely. Something which is very rarely happen. So this is from the harf of jar. So and all of these are roof al jar. So see here. وكل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه منكر يا رجل. So here, what Imam Hariri is saying that whatever word in which rubba can enter, that word will be a nakira. Because in Marifa isms, we cannot put uh, rubba. Rubba can only be put before a word which is nakira. So, what is the first alama of nakira? That rubba we can put rubba like here. Munakkar means here nakira. Here, just for rubba, he has just to do the rhyming. He has used here munakkar. Munakkar means nakira. So if you want to know the sign of nakira, try to put rubba, the harf of jar, and rubba means, as I already mentioned, that it is the harf takleel. Takleel means kaleel means very rare or short. So you can say rubba rajul, rubba kitab, rubba qawl means they are very little quantity or the less quantity, and it cannot be used with marifa. We can say Rubba Rajulun Kareem Kabaltuhu. Means Rubba Rajul Kareem Kabaltuhu. Means I have rarely, means Rubba Rajulun means rarely or I have met a generous person. Rajul Kareem Kabaltuhu. So I have a very less or rarely met or have come across a generous person. So rubba means it is for takleel and it means that when we can put rubba as harf of jar to any word, that means that that is a sign of nakira and that word is a nakira noun. So what is the first alama? That is the whole rubba. The rubba can enter a noun that will be a nakira noun. So فقل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه منكر يا رجل. Nahu means example. غلام وكتاب وطبق كقولهم رب غلام لي أبق. So here he has given some examples for nakira nouns, and what is the first example? غلام وكتاب وطبق. And كقولهم, he means that as they say رب غلام لي أبق. Okay, so we already know about, I don't know about the meaning. Ghulam means it can be, it is used in two ways. Like we can say that it means a boy, or it can also mean servant. Or so here it can mean servant. So kitab and what is tabak? Tabak means uh, a plate. It can mean plate. It can be stage or something, but here it is used as tray or the plate. Okay, so here it can also mean as stage. كقولهم example is رب غلام لي أبك. What is رب غلام لي أبك? So رب غلام لي أبك. It means rubba. We already mentioned that it means rarely. Ghulam in li, my ghulam, my servant, abak, run away. So means it is very rarely happened that my servant run away, or it's just an example. He wanted, the Imam Hariri wanted to show us that how rubba can be used with nakira noun. So, and it means rarely, or it is used for, as I mentioned, that it is to show the Kalil quantity of something. Means very rarely my servants run away. Or it can be the same servant, or the maybe the servants are changing, but it rarely happens. Like the servants hardly run away. So, Alhamdulillah, this is the third line. والاسم دربان فضرب النكرة والآخر معرفة المشتهرة فكل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه منكر يا رجل له غلام وكتاب وطبق وقولهم رب غلام لي أبق. Alright, so here we can also see abak means run away, and uh, we can see the example from Quran how abak is used in the Quran. In Safat, ayah number Surah 37 and ayah is 140. We can see here is abaka ilal fulk al mashhoon means when he ran away to the leaden ship. So abaka means to run away. He ran away. All right. Abaka yabiku means to escape. It can mean to escape. So how it is about Yunus alayhi salam when he ran away from his people, and this ayah was mentioned about um, Yusuf alayhi salam, Yunus alayhi salam. Sorry. So here, abaka yabiku, right? All right. Uh, so we are done with the third line. Lahu ghulamin wa kitabin wa tabak. These are the examples for nakira nouns. فقولهم, like the example, they say rubba ghulamin li abak. Rubba ghulamin li abak. Rubba is used for uh, the kalil quantity, and abak means to run away. The next line is Vama ada zalika fahuwa marifa la yamtari fihi sahihu marifa. So Vama ada. So here it is also, you know that Maha, Shama, Ada, these are all also the harf of here. You can see here Ada and Hasha, these are all. Ada means accept. Ada means accept. So here, Vama Ada. So whatever, except this, Zalika means this. These, the examples that he has given means the words in which we can put rubba, except that wama ada zalik fahuwa marifa. That is all marifa. That is all marifa. La yamtari fihi sahihu al marifa. And there is no doubt. La yamtari. La yamtari. So it is from imtara yamtari, yamtir. That is also used in the Quran, and it means the doubt or suspicion or like that. So we can see another example in which the imtara yamtari is used, a mirror. Like you can see here, وَلَا يَزَالُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فِي mirror. But those who believe will not cease to be in doubt of it. Okay, like that. So this is the type used in Quran as well. All right. Now see here, فَمَا أَدَى ذَلِكَ فَهُوَ مَعْرِفَةٌ. So all of it except that which he has mentioned, Imam Hariji has mentioned, he's saying there's no doubt that they all will be marifa, and only the genuine people or those the one who has the true genuine knowledge can understand that no one can doubt about it, that this is the rule, that if you can put rubba in any word before it, so that will be a nakira, and all of it except that those words, everything is marifa. So, Alhamdulillah. So, what is the next line now? Misaluhu, ad-daru, wa zaydun, wa ana, wa za, wa tilka, wa lazi, wa zulghira. So here, Alhamdulillah, Imam Hariri is giving us the types of Marifa ism that, and Alhamdulillah, we have already covered all types in detail in Nahu section. And he is giving us the examples. Misaluhu, who is referring back to Marifa ism. Misaluhu, ad-daru, wa zaidun, wa ana, wa za, wa tilka, wa lazi, wa zul, so we know that the adar is with al, and this is also the very good example of nakira noun. If we can put al in a sentence, that means that word is a nakira noun. So adar, first adar, you can see the al here. That here is this is the first example. Adar, al marif billam. All right, and this is وزيد, this is another example. وأنا, these are the pronouns. وذا, وتلك, والذي, وذو الغنى, and these are all the types. وذو الغنى, what is this type? ذو الغنى. We will see here these type. This is المضاف إلى معرفة. ذو الغنى is المضاف إلى معرفة. So here are two types. Only one he has not mentioned, and that is the ism munada, when someone is being called. And these are there are six types that Imam Hariri has mentioned here. The first type, the second type, the third type, the fourth, and the fifth, and this is the sixth. So here he has mentioned about اسم إشارة, اسم موصول, مضاف إلى المعرفة, and معرف بالال, or معرف باللام, and pronouns. He has mentioned here all the types of معرفة isms, and we know that these are the types that we have learned. Only this one he has not mentioned, the اسم منادى. اسم علم, like زيدون, المعروف باللام, that is Adar, that is he has mentioned Adar. And then Damir, Ana, he has mentioned Isim Ishara, that is Za, Hatani, Tilka, these are all Isim Ishara. Then Isim Mawsul, he has mentioned Allazi, Allati, Allatani, these are all the examples of Isim Mawsul. And Al Mudaf ila Marifa, and he has given the example of Al Mudaf ila Marifa, that is Zul Ghina. Okay, he has given the examples for these all Marifa ism, and this topic is also, as I mentioned, is covered in our now section. Please go back and refer to that section to uh, learn about the details of all the Marifa nouns. Alhamdulillah. So here he has given us the misal of the معرفة اسم الدار وزيد وأنا وذا وتلك والذي وذو غيره. So Zul Ghina means Sahib. Zul means Sahib. Wealth means a wealthy person. And this is Mudaf al Marifa. And what does that mean? What is this Mudaf al Marifa? We know that Mudaf ila al Marifa, that when we know that mudaf, if it is nakira, but if the mudaf ilay is marifa, that mudaf will also be become marifa. Like we can say haza kitabu the rajulin. And we know that here both are nakira, mudaf and mudaf ilay are nakira. So if we'll change into haza kitabur rajulin, rajuli, so here we know that by adding al to rajul, the mudaf ilayh is now the marifa noun, and kitab will also be considered as marifa. We can also add like any name, an ism alam like haza kitabu zaidan. So here zaidan is marifa, so kitab will also be considered, mudaf will also be considered as marifa. So this is what Imam al-Hariri has told us, that the al-mudaf ila marifa, when al-mudaf ilayhi is marifa, or mudaf will also be marifa. Wazul Qira is a good example of it. So alhamdulillah, these are all the examples for marifa ism. Alhamdulillah. So I hope that till now you are much familiar with the Arabic text of the poem Mulhatu. And till now we have done 19 lines. And inshallah, I'm going to repeat these باب نكرة المعرفة والاسم درباني فالدرب النكرة والآخر المعرفة المشتهرة. There are two types of ism, and the first one is nakira and al-akhru marifa. The second one is marifa al-mushtahira, and that is very well known. فكل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه منكرة يا رجل. منكرة here is nakira, and that means that if we can put rubba, this is an alama for nakira nouns, to any word, that the words will be considered as nakira if we can put rubba. Nahu. The examples are غلام كتاب وطبق كقولهم رب غلام لي أبق وما أدى ذلك, and except or anything except it. فهو معرفة, that is معرفة. لا يمتري, and there is no doubt about it. لا يمتري فيه الصحيح المعرفة. مثال الدار وزيد وأنا وذا وتلك والذي وذو الغيرة. وآل look at the next line. وآلة التعريف ألف من يرد تعريف قبض مبهم قال الكبد. وقال قوم إنها اللام فقط is ألف الوصل متى تدرج سقط. So what is this آلة التعريف? آلة التعريف, this is very old language in which the آلة can also be taken as machine or adat. Adat means a harf التعريف. We can say آلة التعريف or adat التعريف, or we can also say the harf التعريف. So what is the harf التعريف? And there is you can say uh, uh, the ulama have the two opinions about it, that what is the alut tarif? Is it al, or it is just the lam? So here uh, we can say the kitab al kitab. So what made it just is it just lam, or is it just or is it al? So it is taken as that when we are joining the sentences, we can say that like qal al kabid. So here the alif or alif wasl is not pronounced. Qala al kabid. We can say qala al kabid. So if we are pronouncing, because there is spoon on the lam, and to pronounce it smoothly, we will add the hamzatul wasl, or we will say qala al kabid, or if we are continuing or we are joining those two letter words, then we'll say qala al kabid. So alhamdulillah. So what is the meaning of kabid? Kabid means liver, right? Kabid means liver. So, وآلة التعريف, so the harf, or the, you can say the tool for tarif, or tarif means to make it to make marifa. The tool for marifa is al. فمن يريد, and if someone wants tarif, wants to know about it, the example is kabdin mubhamin. The here mubhamin means nakira. Kabdin, the Imam Hariri is telling us kabdan here is the liver. The word liver here is nakira, mubhamid, nakira. And he's saying if you want to change it and want to change into tarif or marifa, you will say, he say, qal al-kabid. Al-kabid, or here now it's a marifa ism, right? So, alhamdulillah. We are done with the 20 lines, and now the last line is for today is وَقَالَ قَوْمٌ إِنَّهَا اللَّامُ فَقَطْ. So here he is mentioning that the alif, as I mentioned already, that most of the ulama says that it is just lam, and some say that there is a uh, always have a debate about it, that uh, is it al or is it lam. So if we are going to drop, if you are going to join alif, this is sakat. Tadrut sakat means alif is dropped when uh, this alif al-wasl mata tadraj sakat. Well, if you are going to join the two words, then you are going to drop the alif al-wasl in pronunciation. قال الكبد. So most of the ulama say that it is the lam actually which makes it is the ara tarif, or it is the harf of tarif. It is not the whole word al with hamzatul wasl, because hamzatul wasl is only added for the smoothing of um, pronunciation or language. All right. So with that, وقالكم إنها اللام فقط means most of the ulama say that it is the only lam and not the al is alif al-wasl mata tudrij sakat. So we are going to drop it. So the letter which is used to make definite is lam, and that's the rule. And kabad, as I mentioned, it means liver, and to make it marfa, we will add al, and it will become al kabad. And here, قبض مبهم is the موصوف and صفة. As I mentioned, some ulama said that it's just the lam that is making the nakira marfana. Okay, there is one more example. If I'll say that ashtaraytul kitaba, ashtaraytul kitaba, or I can say ashtaraytu al kitaba. So here, if you are breaking the word by joining ashtaraytul kitaba, you can notice that I didn't pronounce the alif. So it is actually the lam that was making it the kitab marifana. So ashtaraytul kitaba, or I can say ashtaraytu al kitaba, and if I will join it, I'm going to drop uh, the alif al-wasl. Taking into consideration the above example shows that when we read these two words, ashtaritul kitaba, without stopping, the alif is automatically dropped, right? So which means it's actually the lam that is making all words marifa, and alif al-wasl is just there to support lam when reading individual words. Alhamdulillah. So this is it for today. We are done with the Bab al-Nakira and Marifa. And Alhamdulillah, I hope that you are now much familiar with the Arabic text of what Imam al-Hariri has told us about al-Nakira wa Marifa. Alhamdulillah. So again, I'm going to repeat these words to see if we have understand how much we have understand this bab nakira wa ma'rifa. Okay, والاسم دربان فدرب النكرة والآخر والمعرفة المشتهرة فكل ما رب عليه تدخل فإنه منكر يا رجل له غلام وكتاب وطبق كقولهم رب غلام لي أبق وما أدى ذلك فهو معرفة لا يمتري فيه الصحيح المعرفة مثاله الدار وزيد وأنا وذا وتلك والذي وذل وغنى ذو الغنى وآل تعريف ألف من يرد تعريف كبد مبهم قال الكبد وقال قوم إنها اللام فقط إذ ألف الوصل متى تدرج سقط. So Alhamdulillah, this is it for today, and we Alhamdulillah. I hope that now this text, and if you, I hope that you are going to repeat this ism, revise ism, Nakira and Marifa, this Arabic test, so it will be inshallah easier for you to understand, and will be very much, you will be very much familiar with the Arabic text. These are the rules that Imam Al-Hariri told us about Nakira and Marifa now. So how to recognize? There's the whole ruba and whole al for nakira nouns, and these are the types of marifa nouns that Imam Al-Hariri told us, and this is the one that we have already learned about it, that Ismul Munada is also considered to be marifa ism. All right. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, I'll see you in the next class. And I hope that you are all going to revise what we have learned so far. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.